Today's activity, you're going to be creating your own menu that breaks down who you are as a person and how the parts that make you up can be applied to different jobs or activities. So to access the assignment, you're going to log into the Class of 2026 Canvas page. On the left, you're going to click on Assignments. And on Assignments, you should scroll and see an option that says My Personal Menu. When you click on My Personal Menu, it'll take you to this assignment. When clicking on that main link in the center, you'll be creating a copy of this presentation that you can see here on the screen. And this is your template for creating your personal menu. And to break this down and how this is designed, on your right, you see skills, experiences, and strengths. If you're thinking about a restaurant, you might think about different options that they have. So you might have appetizers, can be your skills, a lot of little things. Experiences can be entrees. And then your strengths might be like the desserts or like after meal drinks. So you're going to look at your report and fill out under skills your top 8 skills. I'm sorry, using page 8, write out your top 5 skills. But then you're also going to provide a brief description of what that skill means to you in your own words. Then you're going to think about all the experiences that you've had in your life up to this point that might be relatable to a job or maybe some volunteer experience that you might have over the summer. Things that you might write down in a resume that you want to highlight for things that you've done that you're proud of. And then strengths, you can find on page 11. You're going to write down the 5 strengths that you agree with most. Once you've created and filled out this information on the right, you have the center, the bulk of the menu. It says variety menu. You might think of this as like creating a 3-course meal, tailored specific 3-course meals that relate to the job in question. So if you look at my example, I decided lawyer would be a future profession that someone might be interested in. Well, if you look, I took 2 skills. I didn't write down my own descriptions. I literally just copy and pasted the 2 skills that I have. I then took an experience that I've had in my past that was related to being a lawyer. So if you notice in my experiences, I say participated in a mentorship program with the county's district attorney. So I just copied that down there. And then I looked at my strengths and thought which 2 strengths were most applicable to being a lawyer. And so now we have this sort of like 3-course menu that you might call the lawyer or what have you. Then I went on to think about things that I'm doing in school. So if someone might be participating on the academic team, you're doing the exact same thing, where you think about what skills relate to the academic team, what experiences you might have had that relates to working on the academic team, and what strengths that you have that you can bring to the table for the academic team. Now, this is an underdeveloped menu. I want you guys to complete at least 2 to 3 professions, a couple of sports or clubs that might have interested you, and just fill it out. And then at the end, you guys will be presenting to the class 1 profession, depending on how much their time is left over. And that's pretty much all you're doing for today's activity. If you want to redesign it, if you're done early and you want to redesign the template and how it looks, the layout, you're more than welcome to do so. Thanks for paying attention.